Hello, beautiful people. I am Annette C. So I just wanted to come on real quick. Last night, before bed, I was reading, I was in my Bible, and I stumbled upon James 4:13 through 17. And basically, it just was talking about how when James said to the traveling merchants, he kind of, was getting on them about boasting, boasting about their lives and about money. And he was saying there's nothing wrong with having it, but you trying to make it seem like you're in control. You're trying to make it seem like this is more important than God, instead of you saying, you know, God is going to allow it to happen. If it's God's will for my life, God is going to allow it to happen. You're just telling it, this is what I'm going to do. And I was so convicted because I was like, here it is for the past few weeks, I've been, making all of these plans for my life. And I'm like, in 3 months, I'm going to do this. And in 6 months, I'm going to do this. And then I plan on going here. And I plan on doing that. And I'm like, when at any time did I say, you know what, God, is this your will for my life? When did I check in with God? If God is my foundation, then I need to stand on him. I need to stand on his word. So when did I check in with God? When did I take it upon myself to say, you know what, God, please let me know. If this is something that you want me to do, if this is a move that you want me to make, then let me know. But I just got so distracted with all, with chasing after money, chasing after material, chasing after all of these things that are not important, and I lost sight of who is important and who is my foundation, which is God and his word, and what he has for me, because God has better plans than anything that I could ever think of. So, this passage really, really blessed me, and it really helped me to kind of take a step back to see, how I am almost idolizing, all of these different things that are not important, that should not be idolized. And how am I checking in with God and making sure that everything that I do, everything that I say, everywhere that I go, my plans that I have for myself are not his plans. They're not God's plans. So I want to make sure that I check in with him to know, God, what do you have for me? I'm not telling you what I'm going to do for myself. I'm asking you, what do you have for me? And that's basically what James was just saying. Like, don't sit here and boast and tell what you plan on doing or how you plan on living your life. Like, it has to be, you have to go to God and say, is this a part of your will for my life? And I was just so convicted. I'm like, you know what? I have not been saying that. I have not been saying that. Lately, I've just been so caught up in chasing after money and newness and success and all of these different things that I did not go back to God and ask him, God, is this even a part of your will for my life? Sometimes we want things to happen, and we want a relationship, we want an opportunity, we want a new job, we want to move, we want all of these different things, and we don't even, and then there's issues, there's opposition, there's all of these things that are happening, and you're wondering why. Like, why is it so hard? Like, why is it not happening for me? And we didn't even realize that we never went to God and asked him, is this your will for my life? Is this what you have for me? Is this what is meant for me? If this is a part of your will? And sometimes it's not even a part of God's will. That's why it's not working out. So I just want to remind you to make sure that you are going to God. He should be your foundation. Figure out, what is your foundation. If your foundation is money, if you're making decisions based on making more money or being famous or having more or all of these things, instead of God being your foundation and his word being your foundation, then I want to encourage you to seek God and to get back and allow God to be your foundation, because he is the best foundation that you could ever have. He will place your feet on solid ground. You don't ever have to worry about him vanishing. You don't ever have to worry about the foundation being shaky. He's there. He never changes. He will never leave you nor forsake you. So I just want to encourage you again to just make sure that you are, seeking God in all that you do. Making sure that God is your foundation. Making sure that you check in with God and see what is His will for your life. It's not about what you want. It's about what is God's will for your life. Because a lot of times then you'll see, a lot of the opposition, a lot of the struggles, a lot of the strain that you've been having is because that is not the will that God has for you. Take care.